So Purim is the Jewish feast that highlights the testimony of Mordecai and Esther. The book of Esther is a fantastic story. In the story, a high government official plots to destroy the Jewish people. But God, who's never even mentioned in the story, is hard at work positioning people like chess pieces on a board. Every year we celebrate Purim with a costume party. Usually the girls are coming in as Esther. Everybody's wearing a crown and costume jewelry, because dressing up in costume represents how God is hidden in the story. He's actually there, but he's disguised. Then we all get together and we read through the story of Esther. Every time we get to Mordecai's name, everyone in the room cheers. Yeah! When we get to Esther's name, anytime we get to Esther's name in the story, everyone coos like, aww, aww. And when we get to Haman's name, we blot it out completely by booing and jeering whenever his name is about to be said. You never hear Haman's name during Purim at all. It's really loud and obnoxious. I love it. It's so much fun. The Purim story is one where lowly people are miraculously elevated to high position. They're given extreme influence over policies, over decrees, and Mordecai is even given the king's signet ring so that he can act and make decrees as the king. Esther, who was an orphan, gains so much favor with the king that he makes her queen over all of Persia, and even tells her that she can have whatever she wants, up to half of the kingdom. So she asks for her people, the entire Jewish people, all of them. And he says, okay, you can have them. He grants her request and gives her the duty and the right to protect her people from Haman and his death decrees over them. Haman and his whole family line was wiped out. They were a people who had plagued the Jews for a long time, for generations. The Feast of Purim reminds us that we have been placed and positioned in our families, in our cities, in the states that we live in the country that we live in, at the job that we're at, wherever you are, you have been placed there on purpose. Even if you feel insignificant, even if you feel like you don't make a difference, if you are a believer, you have been purposely placed there at that place for a reason. So I encourage you and your family to celebrate Purim this year. However you choose to do it. You don't have to have a costume party. You don't have to have a big meal or feast with your family. However you choose to do it. But the very basics is to go through the story of Esther and read it out and remember Esther and Mordecai's testimony. Thanks for joining me for tea time today. I'll catch you back here for the next one.